Welcome back. We've seen controversy in playoffs regarding Vegas before. And we saw controversy tonight towards the end of this game. I did watch the Sportsnet broadcast after the game, and yes, everybody agrees that the Oilers should have been penalized shortly before this game is finished, but it was a missed call. Absolutely was. Not going to say it wasn't a missed call when it was. This was a surprising game, and it was a great game. This was an absolutely great game, and we'll see how the rest of this series goes. But it was Pickard versus Hill, and I'm going to say too that Dom was on the formerly known as Twitter saying, "Well, in the third period, he's Calvin Pickard." Okay, so we'll get there, but seriously, he had a really good game. So it's Pickard versus Hill. Pietrangelo returns to the lineup for Vegas. He had a really good game for Vegas as well. Eichel to Stone near miss as Vegas presses early. There was some good desperate hockey from Vegas at points during this game. The Oilers press at 2 minutes. Kulak has a shot that's caught and held. Arvidsson has a net feed that's blocked. McDavid has a net drive chance that's held. We get some pushing. Shots are 3-1 for the Oilers at 5.5 minutes. We then get a power play for Vegas. There's an early clear and another. A shorthanded rush by Hyman is defended. Then there's a delay of game that makes it a 1 second 5-on-3. So they don't score during that second of 5-on-3. However, at 8:42, it is a power play goal. It's a cross-ice pass and buried. Olofsson gets his first career goal in the NHL playoffs. Stone and Eichel with the assist. So Olofsson, obviously having played in Buffalo prior to this year, didn't really have a lot of chances to be in the playoffs, so nice to see him get a goal there. Haig then has a slot shot that's blocked out. Vegas presses halfway through. Frederick has a shot that deflects wide. Neither team had a path to the net at this stage of the game. Despite the score you're seeing here, I thought defensively it was a pretty sound game. Things get pushy on a hold by Hill. Theodore has a 4-on-2 chance that deflects out. Kolasar has a slot chance that's blockered out. The shots are 6-5 for the Oilers with 5 minutes left. So after kind of a slow start, they do pick it up. Pietrangelo has a net feed that gets picked off. The teams trade rushes. The Oilers press with 1.5 minutes left. They were a post away from tying it. Those posts got a workout tonight from the Oilers. More Oilers pressure closes it out. So it is 1-0 for the Vegas Golden Knights after the first. Second period, Eichel to Barbashev near miss. Whitecloud has a wrister that's caught and held. There's a press by Vegas at 1.5 minutes. So again, they come out with a really strong run to start off. Pickard pretty sharp to keep this a 1-0 lead at that stage of the game. We then get a power play for the Oilers. There's a shorthanded rush by Eichel. A late cycle, Draisaitl fires one wide. The power play is killed off. Vegas rushes after it's done. The Oilers' power play was, I'm just going to say it was bad tonight. This power play was not good tonight, and as we go through this, you'll see a really prime example. So either their power play was bad or Vegas' penalty kill was excellent. You guys can let me know your thoughts. The answer is it's usually a little bit of both. Smith has a chance that's held by Pickard. Wallman fires one wide as the Oilers get some pressure. The shots are 3-2 Vegas at 6 minutes. Vegas draws a power play. Olofsson has a one-timer that's denied. The power play was killed off, but the shots after the power play is done are up to 8-2 in favor of the Vegas Golden Knights. So they're generating opportunities, and it is Pickard who is holding the lead so far. The Oilers had very little going on. Halfway through this game, the Oilers had 8 shots. Look at the shots down here. They had 8 shots halfway through this game. They had very, very little happening. It looked like Vegas was just going to, suffocate their offense throughout the night. And I was thinking this could be a low-scoring game. Vegas looks like they're going to win it. So Smith has a chance that's blocked as Vegas presses. The Oilers are suppressing shots against. So one thing that was notable in this period, too, was that, yes, Vegas was getting a lot of zone time. The Oilers were also blocking the path to the net pretty well. And then at 11:31, it's a wrister from the left circle that deflects in. Wallman scores. I think this went in off the skate of McNabb. The assists to Podkolzin and Arvidsson. So at 11:31, Wallman gets his first career NHL playoff goal. So that's 2 with their first career NHL playoff goals. Vegas presses to respond. Arvidsson then has a net feed that's held. Barbashev can't bury one in close. Barbashev had a lot of opportunities tonight. He is so snake-bit in these playoffs. Pearson has a net drive that's saved, and then the Oilers rush. And at 15:18, Podkolzin wires one from the high slot on a rush. The assist to Arvidsson and Klingberg. So that makes it a 2-1 lead for the Oilers, their first lead of the night. Things get scrummy on a hold by Hill. So we have a 4-on-4 that results. We're with 4:16 left in the period. And at 17-16, Nurse with a wrister from the slot. Nugent Hopkins with the assist. I didn't like that goal on Hill. I thought that goal and the Podkolzin one you probably want to save there for at least one of the two, if not both. So that gives Edmonton a commanding, at the time it seemed, 3-1 lead. And then at 18-10, less than a minute later, Carlson, beautiful tip shot, tips at 5-hole. Eichel and Pietrangelo with the assist. So at 18 minutes and 10 seconds, now it's 3-2 in favor of the Edmonton Oilers. Vegas presses to close it out, and then everybody just kind of hugs and, high sticks each other, and it's fun. It's nice to see them all hugging at the end of the period and agreeing to all come together in peace and harmony. So it's 3-2 Oilers after 2. We go to the third. Eichel has a one-timer in this block. There's an early press by Vegas, but at 1:52, Kane. He scores from Hyman and Nugent Hopkins. It's a net feed that's tipped by Kane, and then it goes in off Aiden Hill's stick. So that makes it 4-2 for the Oilers. They have their 2-goal lead back. Vegas presses to respond. Pearson has a chance that's held. Shots are 4-1 for Vegas at 3 minutes. They would end up drawing a power play, and they score on it. At 4:32, Olofsson rifles in a cross-ice pass. That was a 65-mile-an-hour puck on a cross-ice pass. Eichel and Stone with the assists. Not sure how somebody can blame Pickard on that, but hey. Vegas then looks to tie it. Things get pushed in a hold by Aiden Hill. Bouchard has a wrister that's blocked. Vegas rushes the other way. McDavid can't bury one in close. The Oilers draw a power play. Bouchard has a slapper that's blocked. It's cleared. It's cleared again. The fans call one. The referee does not, so the referee sucks. Not the last time we hear that. Vegas finishes the kill, and then they ice the puck. I don't think the Oilers had a good chance during that power play either. Vegas presses at 9 minutes. The Oilers fail to clear. They get pinned down, but they're leading in shots. The shots are 8-6 for the Oilers with 9 minutes left. So I was surprised to see that wrote that on the board because it felt like Vegas was dominating the game. Eichel's denied as Vegas presses. Pickard holds, and then at 11:57, it's a point shot past the screen. Pickard never saw it. Pietrangelo scores from Hanifin and Olofsson. So Olofsson had himself a 3-point game. We now have a 4-4 tie. So Vegas then looks for the lead. Nugent Hopkins has a shot that deflects out. The Oilers press. Vegas blocks. Arvidsson overhandles on a turnover. I think he was looking for the perfect shot, and he just ends up overhandling the puck and turning it back over. The Oilers press with 4 minutes left. Kane can't bury one in close. Perry very nearly scores. It leads to a dog pile at the net. Vegas presses in the final minute. We're going to overtime. In the overtime, early jump for Vegas. Eichel to Barbashev, near miss at the net. And it looked like a Vegas power play. They were playing desperate hockey. Edmonton gets pinned down badly. Olofsson with a near miss on a rebound. Hyman has a rush chance that's held. 2 minutes into overtime. The shots are 4-1 for Vegas already. So, yeah, Vegas was really dominant. Pearson has a shot that's held. There's some pushing. Vegas presses at 4.5 minutes. And then Nick Roy with just a dumb play. He cross-checks Frederick right in the face. And it was brutal. He said he was trying to hit the puck out of the air. You don't hit the puck out of the air with the stick like this. You're trying to get the other player away. I understand. That's still a cross-check. Got him in the face. They called 5 minutes. They reviewed it. And so it's a 5-minute power play for Edmonton. The review held that up. I don't think we'll hear anything from Department of Player Safety. I didn't see intent behind it. It was more reckless than intent. So maybe we see a fine. We'll see. Department of Player Safety is a little unpredictable. So yeah, Ross said he was trying to cross-check the puck, he said he was trying to play the puck, but I put on the board cross-check the puck because this is a cross-check move. Any of the times I've played ball hockey, I never thought about cross-checking the ball. Don't worry, guys. If you come out, I'm not cross-checking the ball. I promise. So, anyways, McDavid has a one-time the save. Puck's cleared, and the Oilers really struggled on this power play. This power play was mostly awful. Shorthanded, Howden fires one wide, and then he forechecks. I was pretty sure we were going to see a shorthanded goal end this game. Perry couldn't bury one in close. Hill holds on there. Draisaitl's denied. Vegas ends up surviving it, although just before it's done, Hyman with a crossbar and a turnover, and Evander Kane thought it was in the net, and Hyman's like, nope. Well, the puck's going the other way, and I'm thinking, you guys probably shouldn't be talking or colliding with one another at that end, because puck's going the other way. So, Barbashev has a net feed that's held. Vegas presses 12 minutes in, and they had some momentum as well. The fans call when the referee does not, and that's not even the play where McNabb gets shaken up along the boards. So the fans were already calling for a penalty on a different play, and then McNabb gets shaken up along the boards. And yes, Arvidsson, their skates were tangled together. That is normally called a trip. That is absolutely normally called a trip. There was no call on the play. I don't know if the officials didn't see it or what it was, but it was not called. So the referee is informed that he sucks. While the Vegas crowd is already pretty angry about that non-call, there's a rush the other way. Bouchard gets a puck to Perry. Perry gets it to McDavid. McDavid does a cross-ice pass on a 2-on-1 to Draisaitl, who ends it. Vegas did an excellent job of shutting down Draisaitl and McDavid tonight until that goal. I feel like with Vegas, so when that play took place, I thought, okay, so Vegas should be pretty composed, even though McNabb, takes kind of an ugly, looked like he jammed maybe his wrist. Initially, I thought it might be his shoulder. I figured we might see some strong play from Vegas and they might win it on the next shift. But maybe it knocked them off their game just enough that Draisaitl gets this one. And so Edmonton gets the 2-0 series lead. And now they go home. 5-4 overtime win for Edmonton. I know what the comments are going to be. Vegas fans upset that they didn't get that call. And a bunch of fans saying Vegas always gets calls and this is just how it goes. So, yeah, I know what's going to happen. I'm not going to be a surprise to me, but yeah, the shots on net actually favored the Oilers for the most part. 6 apiece in the first period, then 11-10 Oilers in the second, 11-9 Oilers in the third, and 10-7 Oilers in the overtime. They did get a lot of shots during that 5-minute power play. I don't know how many of them were of the really dangerous variety, though, and at times, it just couldn't set up. The final shots are 38-32 for the Oilers. Power plays, the Oilers 0 for 3, Vegas 2 for 4. So half of the goals Vegas got tonight were on the power play. The hits, 30-26 for Vegas. I'm thinking those hit totals are going to go up a little bit in the next game. Pickard saved 28 out of 32. I thought he played well. I actually thought Hill played well too. A little bit shaky, sure, at points, but I thought in the overtime he was excellent until that Draisaitl goal, which I don't know there's very many goals that would save, or goalies that would save that. Hill ends up with 33 saves on 38 shots. So the series transfers to Edmonton. Vegas needs at least a split, obviously, but they kind of need to win both. I think Vegas, to really have a chance of winning this series, they need to win both in Edmonton and come home with a 2-2 series. So we'll see what happens. The road teams won the first 2 games in this series. We'll see what happens in the third game, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Hit like and subscribe in the event you may not have done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support. It is greatly appreciated. I will talk to you again soon.